blackout. And y'all know what them blacks about. Yeah. Okay, say it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Forget an LLC. The world was black owned. Black kings, black crowns on a black throne. Black kings, black queens making black clones. Black peace back east, bringing back those. Poverty, slavery, and they snatched souls. Prison system, feminism, and the crack soul. Still couldn't kill us, then we came back bold. The Most High put some fire on these black coals. I ain't here to jeopardize it, just to edify ya. This a Malcolm X mixed with some Hezekiah. This a Muhammad Ali with some Nehemiah. This will stop being the lowest, time to get higher. Even at our best, we still ain't maxed out. I wish I had a wood, I'd bring the axe out. And all we ever do is bring the facts out. Once the blacks come in, it's a blackout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're raising up Israel. Let's go. We're raising up the Israelites. Let's go. We're raising up Israel. Let's go. We're raising up the Israelites. Let's go.
All right, can y'all hear me? All right, there you go. A little bit of technical difficulties. As y'all see, my brother and the rest of the family is spending their time out enjoying the festival of Sukkot. Me and my wife, we are enjoying the festival of Sukkot ourselves. We got our tent set up and all of that good stuff, enjoying this high holy day. I hope that we find you guys in a state of perfect shalom, or as close to perfect shalom as you can be, as we enjoy our high holy days. All right. Now, if y'all remember correctly, last week, we finished up with the book of Yasher, and we started with the first chapter of the book of Exodus, picking back up where we left off after the book of Genesis, getting back on track. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive right into chapter 2. Okay, chapter 2 of Exodus. Verse 1. And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took to be his woman a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bore a son. And when she saw him, that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And when she could not longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes, and dabbed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein. And she laid it in the reeds by the river's brink. I don't know why people think that she actually put that baby, Moshe, in the river. She put him in the reeds right off the bank. So it's not sloshing around in the river and all of that. You know. Verse 4. And his sister stood afar off, to wit what would be done to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the river's side. And when she saw the ark among the reeds, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion for him, and said, this is one of the Ivri children, one of the Hebrew children. Verse 7. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, shall I go and call to you a nurse of the Ivri women, that she may nurse the child for you? Verse 8. And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. You see, we already spoke about this in the book of Yasher. Now we're just reiterating why Exodus looks more like a summary and it's missing a lot of details. As you see, Moshe was brought up by his own family. His sister was checking on him. Once he was found, his sister went and got his mother to take care of him. All right, verse 9. And the Pharaoh's daughter said to her, take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give you your wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it. So not only did she get to raise her child, she got paid to raise her own child. Verse 10. And the children grew, and the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son, and she called his name Moshe. And she said, because I drew him out of the water. And it came to pass in those days, when Moshe was grown, that he went out unto his brethren, and looked on their burdens, and he spied a Mitzrayite smiting an Ivri, one of his brethren. Mind you, he's of the Levitical household. The Levites, none of them fell prey to bondage when they were in Egypt. So what he was doing wasn't too far off of what his brother was doing as a Levite, because they wasn't sucked into the bondage. They stayed out of that, as we read earlier in the book of Jasher. Verse 12. And he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Mitzrayite and hid him in the sand. And when he went out the second day, behold, two men of the Ivri strove together, and he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smite you your fellow? Verse 14. And he said, who made you a prince and a judge over us? Intend you to kill me as you killed the Mitzrayite? And Moshe feared and said, surely this thing is known. And when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moshe. But Moshe fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian. You see how they skipped over the portion of him dwelling with Cush and becoming the king of Cush before he ever came to the land of Midian. In which case it wasn't the land of Midian per se, right there on that border. And he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. And the shepherds came and drove them away. But Moshe stood up and helped them and watered their flock. Verse 18. And when they came to Reuel, their father, he said, how is it that ye are come so soon today? And they said, a Mitzrayite delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, who also drew water enough for us and watered the flock. And he said unto his daughters, where is he? Why is that ye have left the man? Call him that he may eat bread. And Moshe was content to dwell with the man. And he gave Moshe Zipporah, his daughter. You see, they also skip over, because again, it's a summary. They skip over the portion of the fact that Reuel threw Moshe into jail, and that Zipporah found compassion on him and fed him, because Reuel had forgotten about him over the year that he had been in prison. All right. Verse 20. And he said unto his daughter, and where is he? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him that he may eat bread. And Moshe was content to dwell with the man. And he gave Moshe Zipporah, his daughter. And she bore him a son, and he called his name Gershom. For he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. And it came to pass in process of time that the king of Mizraim died. And the children of Yisrael sighed by reason of the bondage. And they cried, and their cry came up unto Elohim by reason of the bondage. Verse 24. And Elohim heard their groaning, and Elohim remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Yitzchak, and with Yaakov. And Elohim looked upon the children of Yisrael, and Elohim had respect unto them, because it wasn't their fault. Remember, they were tricked into the bondage. All right. Jumping right on into chapter 3. We're going to go ahead and just be moving along while we're going through this, Israel. I know we're all enjoying our high holy days. All right. Chapter 3. Now Moshe kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert and came to the mountain of Elohim, even to Koreb. And the angel of Yahuwah appeared unto him in the flame of the fire of the midst of a thorn bush. And he looked, and behold, the thorn bush burned with fire, and the thorn bush was not consumed. And Moshe said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the thorn bush is not burnt. Verse 4. And when Yahuwah saw that he turned aside to see, Elohim called unto him out of the midst of the thorn bush and said, Moshe, Moshe. And he said, Here am I. Verse 5. And he said, Draw not thy hither, put off your shoes from off your feet, for the place whereon you stand is holy ground. Moreover, he said, I am the Elohai of your father, the Elohai of Abraham, the Elohai of Yitzchak, the Elohai of Yaakov. And Moshe hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon Elohim. Verse 7. And Yahuwah said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Mizraim, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters. For I know their sorrows. For I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of Mizraim, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land, and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of Canaan, of the Canaanite, or the Canaanites, and the Kittim, Kittites, and the Amorites, or the Amorites, and the Persian, or the Perizzites, and the Kivim, and the Euphrasim. Now therefore, behold, the children of Yisrael. Verse 9. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Yisrael is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Mizrites oppress them. Come now therefore, and I will send you unto Pharaoh, that you may bring forth my people, the children of Yisrael, out of Mizraim. And Moshe said unto Elohim, Who am I that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Yisrael out of Mizraim? Verse 12. And he said, Certainly I will be with you, and there shall be a sign unto you that I have sent you. When you have brought forth the people out of Mizraim, ye shall serve Elohim upon this mountain. Verse 13. And Moshe said unto Elohim, Behold, when I come unto the children of Yisrael, and shall say unto them, The Elohai of your fathers has sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them? And Elohim said unto El Moshe, Ahaya Asher Ahaya. And he said, Thus shall you say unto the children of Yisrael, Ahaya has sent me unto you. Verse 15. And Elohim said moreover unto El Moshe, Thus shall you say unto the children of Yisrael, Yahuwah Elohai of your fathers, the Elohai of Abraham, the Elohai of Yitzchak, and the Elohai of Yaakov, has sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my mention unto all generations. Okay, I'm going to give you that one more time. Verse 15. And Elohim said moreover unto Moshe, thus shall you say unto the children of Yisrael, Yahuwah, that's his name, Elohai of your fathers, the Elohai of Abraham, the Elohai of Yitzchak, and the Elohai of Yaakov has sent me unto you. This is my name forever. And this is my mention unto all generations. Go and gather the elders of Yisrael together, and say unto them, Yahuwah Elohai of your fathers, the Elohai of Abraham, of Yitzchak, and Yaakov, appeared unto me, saying, I have surely visited you, and see that which is done to you in Mizraim. And I have said, I will bring you up out of the affliction of Mizraim unto the land of the Canaanite, and the Kiddaim, and the Amorim, and the Perizim, and the Kibaim, and the Ubisim, unto the land flowing with milk and honey. Verse 18. And they shall hearken to your voice, and you shall come, you and the elders of Yisrael, unto the king of Mizraim, and ye shall say unto him, Yahuwah Elohai of the Hebrew has met with us. And now let us go, we beseech you, 3 days' journey into the wilderness, that we may sacrifice to Yahuwah Eloheinu. And I am sure that the king of Mizraim will not let you go. No, not by a mighty hand. And I will stretch out my hand and smite Mizraim with all my wonders, which I will do in the midst thereof. And after that, he will let you go. Verse 21. And I will give this people favor in the sight of Mizraim. And it shall come to pass that when ye go, ye shall not go empty. But every woman shall borrow of her neighbor, and of her that sojourns in her house, jewels of silver and jewels of gold, and raiment, and ye shall put them upon your sons and upon your daughters, and ye shall spoil the Mizraim. Chapter 4. And Moshe answered and said, But behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice. For they will say, Yahuwah has not appeared unto you. And Yahuwah said unto him, What is that in your hand? And he said, A rod. And he said, Cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent. And Moshe fled from before it. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, Put forth your hand, and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand, and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand, that they may believe that Yahuwah Elohai of their fathers, the Elohai of Abraham, the Elohai of Yitzchak, the Elohai and the Elohai of Yaakov has appeared unto you. And Yahuwah said furthermore unto him, Put now your hand into your bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. Now again, Israel, and this man was already lacking in melanin. And he did that, put his hand into his bosom and withdrew it. He would not see a change in his hand turning from lacking melanin to lacking even more melanin. But he's a Levi. That's how you know what they look like. Clearly, he was a man of melanation. He was a melanated man. All right. Verse 7. And he said, Put your hand into your bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turn again as his other flesh. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe you, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe also these two signs, neither hearken unto your voice, that you shall take of the water of the river and pour it upon dry land. And the water that you take out of the river shall become blood upon the dry land. Verse 10. And Moshe said unto El Yahuwah, O Adonai, I am not eloquent, neither hithertofore, nor since you have spoken unto your servant, but I am slow speech and of a slow tongue. And Yahuwah said unto him, Who has made man's mouth? Or who makes the dumb or deaf, or the seeing or the blind? Have not I Yahuwah? You can tell Yahuwah was getting annoyed with Moshe constantly having that low self-esteem about himself. Okay? Now therefore, go, All right, let's see. Sorry for the inconvenience, family. Sorry for the inconvenience. All right, there you go. Now we are back on track. So without further ado, let me go ahead and finish pulling up the rest of this. Right. So with that being said, like I said, thank you for bearing with us. We was just in chapter 4. So I'm gonna go ahead, double back, and get back into chapter 4 to get back caught up. Thank y'all again for allowing us to have patience while we go ahead and deal with this. Hasatan is busy and at work today. Ugh. All right, so picking back up with chapter 4 of Exodus, verse 10. Okay. And Moshe said unto El Yahuwah, O Adonai, I am not Elohim, neither hitherto, neither heretofore, nor since you have spoken unto your servant, but I am slow of speech and of a slow tongue. And Yahuwah said unto him, Who has made man's mouth? Or who makes the dumb or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have not I, Yahuwah? As you can see, he's getting fed up with constant back and forth that Moshe is coming up with, the excuses. Verse 11. And Yahuwah said unto him, Who has made man's mouth? Or who makes the dumb or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have not I, Yahuwah? And therefore, go, and I will be with your mouth, and teach you what you shall say. And he said, O Adonai, send, I pray you, by the hand of him whom you will send. And the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Moshe. And he said, Is not Aaron the Levi your brother? I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he comes forth to meet you. And when he sees you, he will be glad in his heart. And you shall speak unto him, and put the words in his mouth. And I will be with your mouth and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do. And he shall be your spokesman unto the people, and he shall be, even he shall be to you instead of a mouth, and you shall be to him instead of Elohim. And you shall take this rod in your hand, wherewith you shall do signs. Verse 18. And Moshe went and returned to Jethro, his father-in-law, and said unto him, Let me go, I pray you, and return unto my brethren which are in Mizraim, and see whether they be yet alive. And Jethro said unto Moshe, Go in peace. Verse 19. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe in Midian, Go, return to Mizraim, for all the men are dead which sought your life. And Moshe took his woman and his sons and set them upon an ass, and he returned to the land of Mizraim. And Moshe took the rod of Elohim in his hand. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, When you go to return into Mizraim, see that you do all those wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in your hand. But I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go. Verse 22. And you shall say unto Pharaoh, Thus says Yahuwah, Yisrael is my son, even my firstborn. And I say unto you, Let my son go, that he may serve me. And if you refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay your son, even your firstborn. And it came to pass, by the way, in the end, that Yahuwah met him and sought to kill him. Talking about Moshe. Then Zipporah took a sharp stone and cut off the foreskin of her son and cast it at his feet, and said, Surely a bloody man are you to me. Moshe almost forgot that he needed to complete the law of circumcision with his firstborn son, because with his firstborn son, he decided to go ahead and follow Jethro's advice and following the customs of Midian instead of following the customs of Yisrael. And Zipporah saw that. Verse 26. So he let him go. Then she said, a bloody man you are, because of the circumcision. And Yahuwah said to Aaron, go into the wilderness to meet Moshe. And he went and met him in the mount of Elohim and kissed him. And Moshe told Aaron all the words of Yahuwah who had sent him, and all the signs which he had commanded him. Verse 29. And Moshe and Aaron went and gathered together all the elders of the children of Yisrael. And Aaron spoke all the words which Yahuwah had spoken unto Moshe, and did the signs in the sight of the people. And the people believed. And when they heard that Yahuwah had visited the children of Yisrael, and that he had looked upon their affliction, then they bowed their heads and worshipped. Verse 5, chapter 5, Yisrael, thank y'all for bearing with us. Chapter 5. And afterward, Moshe and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, thus says Yahuwah Elohai of Yisrael, let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness. And Pharaoh said, who is Yahuwah that I should obey his voice to let Yisrael go? I know not Yahuwah, neither will I let Yisrael go. And they said, the Elohai of the Ivri has met with us. Let us go, we pray you, 3 days' journey into the desert, and sacrifice unto Yahuwah Eloheinu, lest he fall upon us with pestilence or with the sword. Verse 4. And the king of Mizraim said unto them, wherefore do ye, Moshe and Aaron, let the people from the works get you unto your burdens? Verse 5. And Pharaoh said, behold, the people of the land now are many, and ye make them rest from their burdens. And Pharaoh commanded the same day the taskmasters of the people and their officers, saying, ye shall no more give the people straw to make brick. As heretofore, let them go and gather straw for themselves. And the tally of the bricks which they did make heretofore, ye shall lay upon them. Ye shall not diminish aught thereof, for they be idle. Therefore they cry, saying, let us go and sacrifice to our Elohim. Verse 9. Let their more work be laid upon the men, that they may labor therein, and let them not regard in vain words. Does that not sound familiar, Israel? Does that not sound like the very thing that we are currently in and what we have been going through for over 400 years now with this sub-Saharan slave trade? Can you understand the foreboding there is? Knowing that we are still waiting, we still have yet to be brought out of our land of captivity. All right. Verse 10. And the taskmasters of the people went out, and their officers, and they spoke to the people, saying, thus says Pharaoh, I will not give you straw. Go ye, get you straw where you can find it, yet not aught of your work shall be diminished. So the people were scattered abroad throughout all the land of Mizraim to gather stubble instead of straw. And the taskmasters hastened them, saying, fulfill your works, your daily tasks, as when there was straw. Verse 14. And the officers of the children of Yisrael, which Pharaoh's taskmasters had set over them, were beaten and demanded, wherefore have ye not fulfilled your task in making brick, both yesterday and today as heretofore? So because they asked for freedom, because they asked for some time off to be able to sacrifice and make praise unto their Elohim, they were beaten, they were tortured, and they was given double the work and expected the same results. Because how dare you should want freedom? How dare you should want your own? How dare you should want to be equal or be seen equal of anybody? This is what they're doing. And this is what's foreboding, because we have been going through it time after time after time since 1619. And you can go further back into the 1300s if you want to include Europe. Verse 14. And the officers of the children of Yisrael, which Pharaoh's taskmasters had set over them, were beaten and demanded, wherefore have ye not fulfilled your task in making brick both yesterday and today as heretofore? Then the officers of the children of Yisrael came and cried unto Pharaoh, saying, wherefore deal you thus with your servants? There is no straw given unto your servants. And they say to us, make brick, and behold, your servants are beaten. But the fault is your own people. But he said, ye are idle. Ye are idle. Therefore, ye say, let us go and do sacrifice to Yahuwah. Go therefore now and work, for there shall no straw be given unto you. Yet shall ye deliver the tally of bricks. And the officers of the children of Yisrael did see that they were in evil case, after it was said, ye shall not diminish aught from your bricks of your daily task. Verse 20. And they met Moshe and Aaron, who stood in the way as they came forth from Pharaoh. And they said unto them, Yahuwah look upon you and judge, because ye have made our savor to be abhorred in the eyes of Pharaoh, and in the eyes of his servants, to put a sword in their hand to slay us. And Moshe returned unto Yahuwah and said, Adonai, wherefore have you so evil entreated this people? Why is it that you have sent me? For since I came to Pharaoh to speak in your name, he has done evil to this people. Neither have you delivered your people at all. All right, final chapter of the night, Yisrael. Again, thank you for bearing with us through the technical difficulties. Thank you for bearing with us and walking through these scriptures, getting on one accord with all of Yisrael, script after script, verse by verse, chapter by chapter, book by book. We're going to go ahead and finish this final chapter up and bring it to a plane. All right, chapter 6. Then Yahuwah said unto Moshe, now shall you see what I will do to Pharaoh. For with a strong hand shall he let them go, and with a strong hand shall he drive them out of his land. And Elohim spoke unto Moshe, and said unto him, I am Yahuwah, and I appeared unto El Abraham, unto El Yitzchak, unto El Yaakov by El Shaddai, but by my name, Yahuwah, was I not known to them. And I have also established my covenant with them to give them the land of Canaan, the land of their pilgrimage, wherein they were strangers. Verse 5. And I have also heard the groaning of the children of Yisrael, whom the Mizrites keep in bondage. And I have remembered my covenant. Wherefore say unto the children of Yisrael, I am Yahuwah, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of Mizraim, and I will rid you out of their bondage, and I will redeem you with a stretched out arm and with the great judgments. And I will take you to me for a people, and I will be to you, Elohim, and ye shall know that I am Yahuwah Allah-Hakim, which brings you out from under the burdens of Mizraim. Verse 8, and I will bring you into the land, unto the land, concerning the which I did swear to give it to Abraham, to Yitzchak, and to Yaakov, and I will give it you for a heritage. I am Yahuwah. And Moshe spoke so unto the children of Yisrael, but they hearkened not unto Moshe for anguish of the Ruach and for cruel bondage. And Yahuwah spoke unto Moshe, saying, go in, speak unto Pharaoh, king of Mizraim, that he let the children of Yisrael go out of his land. Verse 12, and Moshe spoke before Yahuwah, saying, behold, the children of Yisrael have not hearkened unto me. How then shall Pharaoh hear me? Who am I, who am of uncircumcised lips? And Yahuwah spoke unto El Moshe and unto El Aaron, and gave them a charge unto the children of Yisrael and unto Pharaoh, king of Mizraim, to bring the children of Yisrael out of the land of Mizraim. Verse 14, these be the heads of the fathers' houses, the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Yisrael, Kanok, and Palu, Ketzron, and Carmi. These be the families of Reuben. And the sons of Shimon, Yemuel, and Yamin, and Ohad, and Yakin, and Zokar, and Shaul, the son of a Canaanite woman. These are the families of Shema, or Simeon. Verse 16, and these are the names of the sons of Levi according to their generations: Gershon, and Kohath, and Merari, Israel. And the years of the life of Levi were 137 years old. 137 years. The sons of Gershon were Livni and Shimei, according to their families. And the sons of Kohath, Amram, and Yitshar, and Kevron, and Uziel. And the years of the life of Kohath were 133 years. And the sons of Merari, Makli, and Mushi. These are the families of Levi according to their generations. And Amram took him Yokev, his father's sister, to be his woman, and she bore him Aaron and Moshe. And the years of the life of Amram were 137 years. Moshe's father was old. Verse 21, and the sons of Yitshar, Korach, and Nepheg, and Zikri. And the sons of Uziel, Mishael, and Elitzpah, and Saravi. And Aaron took him Elisheva, daughter of Aminadav, sister of Nakshon, to be his woman. And she bore him Nadav, and Avihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. And the sons of Korach, Asir, and Elkanah, and Avi-Saphath. These are the families of the Kori. And Eleazar, Aaron's son, took him one of the daughters of Putiel to be his woman, and she bore him Pennicott, Y'all are going to have to bear with me, Israel. Some of these names, oh my God. All right. These are the heads of the fathers of the Levites according to their families. These are that Aaron and Moshe, to whom Yahuwah said, bring out the children of Yisrael from the land of Mizraim, according to their armies. Verse 27. These are they which spoke to Pharaoh, king of Mizraim, to bring out the children of Yisrael from Mizraim. These are that Moshe and Aaron. And it came to pass on the day when Yahuwah spoke unto Moshe in the land of Mizraim, that Yahuwah spoke unto Moshe, saying, I am Yahuwah. Speak you unto Pharaoh, king of Mizraim, all that I say unto you. And Moshe said before Yahuwah, behold, I am of uncircumcised lips, and how shall Pharaoh hearken unto me? Again, I say thank you, Yisrael, for tuning in with us this evening as we have gone through yet another walk through the scriptures. Yet again, like I said, as we go verse by verse, chapter by chapter, here a little, there a little, so that we are all on one accord with these scriptures to the best of our abilities. Now, I say, for those of y'all that are looking for more edification, by all means, there is more than just the Bible studies that's on here in the lives. You can go to the home page, click on podcast, or you can click on playlists. And we have a whole list of different edifying videos of our history, both biblical and rarefied factual, actual history of our people, where we've come from, what we've been through, what we're going through, and what we're going to be going through. Okay? Not only that, you can check out Brother Kadar on Resurrecting the Truth. He's doing great things with his channel. You can check out Sis Hadassah with the Hidden Ones. Her channel is phenomenal. She's doing phenomenal things over there. You have Neftali, School of New Thought. Also, an amazing network. If there's something out there for everybody, you do not have to be beholden to a camp in order to get information, or in order to surround yourself with like-minded Israelites. All right. I want to give another shout out to John Boy. Again, he's the one that did the anthem for the show that you hear every time we open up and close out a show. I want to give a shout out to the wife, Yamisha. She's the one that does the music video that you see that goes with the song. Until next time, Yisrael, again, I say thank you. Much love to you. And I will leave you saying shalom. We love you. We love you. Shalom, Yisrael.
Yeah, it's the blackout. And y'all know what them blacks about. Yeah. Okay, say it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Forget an LLC. The world was black owned. Black kings, black crowns on a black throne. Black kings, black queens making black clones. Black peace back east, bringing back those. Poverty, slavery, and they snatched souls. Prison system, feminism, and the crack soul. Still couldn't kill us, then we came back bold. The Most High put some fire on these black coals. I ain't here to jeopardize it, just to edify ya. This a Malcolm X mixed with some Hezekiah. This a Muhammad Ali with some Nehemiah. This will stop being the lowest, time to get higher. Even at our best, we still ain't maxed out. I wish I had a wood, I'd bring the axe out. And all we ever do is bring the facts out. Once the blacks come in, it's a blackout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. more black people going to hell. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.